everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha, and if you're new, welcome. Today I'm actually kind of stealing a video idea. Late last night I was scrolling through YouTube as I normally do, which I normally do before bed. It helps me unwind, kind of whatever. So I actually saw a video, and I will leave it linked, and I do apologize in advance if I'm saying this name wrong, but it was a video by Sofie Alexandra, I believe that's her name. And the video was about palettes that she didn't have pan in. And I thought that was a really good idea. And so I wanted to do it too. So I will have her video linked in her channel. So all credit goes out to her. I don't know if she's the original creator of this video idea, but I enjoyed watching it, so I thought you guys might enjoy it as well. So I'm just going to jump right in no particular order. I tried to separate them a little bit by like number of pans, but didn't work out that way. So first of all, I have the Pumpkin Pie e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow quad. Actually used this one today on my eyes. I really do like it. It's just newer in my collection, so no pan yet. I also have the bite size eyeshadow from e.l.f. in the shades Cream and Sugar. Again, I bought these at the same time, so there is no pan yet, but I do like this one. I like the shimmers in this one, and this one I feel like I could use very quickly as a eyeshadow primer setting shade. Then next, this is another bite eyeshadow. They don't have it named as that, they just have it as Mint Melt Eyeshadow, and this is the Chocolate Mint quad from e.l.f. I got this a little bit later than I did the other actual bite ones, but no pan yet, but I have a kind of large dip in this mint shade. So I think if I was going to hit pan on any shade in here, it would be this one. And again with the Cream and Sugar one. Oh, no, I wanted to talk about this one real quick. Let me go back to the Pumpkin Pie one real quick. If I was going to hit pan, I would probably hit pan in this brown matte shade. It's a nice transition color. So those are my e.l.f. bite size quads that don't have pan. Next, I have my Natasha Denona Peak palette. I haven't used this a ton. But it's very warm toned, nice orangey colors. I feel like I've used the shimmer shade more than anything else in this palette, but again, this cream shade would be a very nice primer setting shade for me. So either the glitter shade or the like cream matte shade, I feel like I would hit pan in first. Moving on, this is one of the newest, one of the newest, because I bought this one and the other one at the same time. Newest palettes in my collection, and it is the Glamline Burger Slider palette. And this is what it looks like. I love these shades in here, but I think I would use this green. I would hit pan in this lettuce shade first. I feel like this lettuce shade I do have to build up on my eyes, so it does kind of have a little bit of a dip, but I really do love this formula and like the colors in it. I bought this palette at the same time as the Slider palette because I bought the bundle from Glamline. So this is just the big burger palette. I do not have pan in it, I've actually used the slider palette a little more than the actual full-size burger palette, which is very surprising because I have been reaching for a lot of green shades, and this one does have more green shades in it than the slider palette. I do apologize. But I think if I was going to hit pan on a shade first, it would be this shade Onion Rings. You can see it has the most like disturbance from a brush on the surface, but none of them have any large dip in them. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my Glamline palettes. The next one I have from Glamline is the Viva Taco palette. Really the only shade that kind of has really even the tiniest dip in it is the shade Onions. And Polo has a lot of disturbance from a brush, so I'd have to say those would probably be the two that I would hit pan on in this palette first. Next, I have the Glamline Street Taco palette. I bought this as a bundle as well. And I would have to say, probably hands down, if I was to hit pan like pretty soon, it would be in this Guacamole shade. I really love this shade. It's a nice sparkly green. And even this orange. I used this orange for the first time the other day, and I really liked how it looked, so I want to try to incorporate that in some more looks. So there's that one. Next, I have my Ace Beauty Flare palette. And this is what it looks like. Hopefully my camera is focusing. But this shade Sherbet, this bright green shade, oh, it is so beautiful. I would buy this as a single shade over and over again. I think that will be the one that I hit pan on first in this one. Nothing really has any large dips. Sherbet and Mulberry do have disturbance from a brush on top of them, and a little bit on Biscotti, this purple shimmer shade, and then like I said, Mulberry. But Biscotti I've been using as an inner corner highlight, but even Sherbet as an inner corner highlight, I just love that shade. I would use that shade every day if I could. Next, I have my Nomad Tokyo Harajuku palette. And unfortunately, this bottom row all came broken, so I had to repress them. So I would probably hit pan on one of them first. But other than that, I would probably go with the one that the imprint is pretty much gone, and that is this peachy pink coral shade. And I don't want to say the shade name because I know I'll pronounce it wrong and I don't want to offend anyone, but it is the only shade in here in this palette that does not have the imprint on it, except for obviously the shades that I had to repress. So there's that one. And this last palette is technically a palette of singles, but I'm gonna keep them together. I'm gonna consider it a palette because it's just a beautiful collection of singles. This is the Dandelion Co. Autumn Bundle. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. I feel like I could wear these shades all year round, which I have. I've been reaching for them even now. But if I have to pick one that I would probably hit pan on first, it would probably be this shade right here, and I will pull it out the palette for you. It has the most disturbance, and this is in the shade Cardigans, and you can see it's been used quite a bit. But that is all of the eyeshadow palettes that don't have pan in my collection. And I was actually surprised at how few, I guess, because I do have a rather large collection of eyeshadow palettes. This isn't a lot. This is maybe less than half of my collection that doesn't have pan. So I'm pretty happy with that. Later on, I may talk about my singles and things like that that don't have pan, but as of right now in palettes, I'm pretty happy. I may later on decide to do pan in every palette so I can focus on some of these eyeshadows and try to have pan in all of my palettes, which I would absolutely love. But I do reach for all of my palettes pretty consistently, and I don't know if it's just me or other people do this, but say I'm doing an eyeshadow look with my Street Taco palette, I will pull from other palettes. I don't mind jumping around. I don't mind using multiple palettes when I do my eyeshadow looks. Now, granted, yes, I could do some very nice looks with this one by itself, but that's just the way I do my makeup, and everyone has their own makeup style. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you check out Sofie Alexandra's channel and her video that inspired me to do this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.